The proposed 2016 national budget has been approved in the lower house. Presently, it is being tackled in the Senate. It is hoped to be finally approved by both chambers before the Christmas break on December 19. Meanwhile, time is running out for both chambers to pass the BBL. More details from Freddie Abando.
It was back to work for the House after a one-week recess to give way to the country's hosting of the Leaders' Summit of the Asia-Pacific Economic Conference in Manila. The House has 5 weeks left in its calendar before the Christmas break to pass a number of priority measures. The ratification of the proposed 2016 national budget of 3.002 trillion pesos. Plenary debates for the measure is ongoing in the Senate. After the Senate approval, the final version will be tackled by both houses in a bicameral conference committee. The President is expected to sign the General Appropriations Act by December 19. The approval of the 2015 Salary Standardization Act is a done deal in the House. The 226 billion peso measure will cover 4 tranches to be implemented in 4 years to begin in 2016. The first tranche will amount to almost 58 billion pesos. Aside from the national budget and the pay hikes for government's 1.5 million personnel, Speaker Feliciano Belmonte said the House has approved a number of priority economic measures which is still pending in the Senate.
The priorities are still the same. We haven't changed the priorities. And you will notice that most of the pending actions are not pending with us. They are well, you know, I shouldn't be talking about it, but I happen to have a listing of all of these things here. And you will notice that most of them are pending in the other chamber, not with us here. So those that are pending with us actually we're waiting for them, for instance, to approve the budget. We'll approve the budget. The BBL definitely is something we ought to be talking about as much as we could, and we would like to see if that can be fast-tracked as well. And the major economic bills have already hurdled our chamber, and altogether, if passed by the Senate, they already make a big impact now, because we have already approved a lot of things that have become laws. Like, for instance, TIMTA. This is transparency in who is getting what incentive from the government and so forth. That's very important.
Speaker Feliciano Belmonte is also committed to the approval of the draft Bangsamoro Basic Law. Its fate will depend on whether the quorum issue raised daily by Buhay Party List Congressman Lito Atienza will be resolved.
I would like to state that the President, for instance, is still very bullish and pushing us on the BBL law, which he thinks is very important, particularly during these critical times when religion-based conflicts are occurring elsewhere.
Tungkulin lang ito na kailangan sumunod kami sa alituntunin ng tamang paggawa ng batas. Kailangan may quorum bago kami tumalakay ng anuman.
Speaker Belmonte appealed to members to be present for the plenary debates. Based on the schedule, there are 15 congressmen listed to interpolate the authors of the draft Bangsamoro Basic Law, led by Congressman Rufus Rodriguez, chairman of the House Ad Hoc Committee on the Bangsamoro. Deputy Speaker Pangalian Balindong stressed the importance of the BBL for the full implementation of the peace agreement signed between the government and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front in March of 2014.
I find it very difficult, but still, there's still time, and we're still ready to answer questions on the basic law on the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region, the BL bar, and so we're ready. But if this continues, then the chances for approval will be not that good.
I'm really frustrated, and all the Muslims are frustrated because we expect no other solution to the peace and order problem in our area except the BBL. As I have said before, this is our last chance for peace.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.